Hello and welcome to another episode of Naked Nuclear. Today we have a little bit of a different episode for you guys. In honor of Black History Month, we're going to be spotlighting some of the major names in the nuclear energy space, so you can get to know them, understand their background and story. So today we're going to be spotlighting William D. Magwood IV, also known as Bill Magwood. Bill Magwood is a leader whose career has bridged policy, regulation, and international cooperation in nuclear energy. Magwood currently serves as the Director General of the OECD Nuclear Energy Agency in Paris, but his journey through the nuclear world has spanned throughout the decades. So we're going to spotlight just a few of the things that he's done to date. Growing up, Bill was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in a working-class family. His grandfather, William Magwood II, moved from South Carolina to work in the steel industry, and his father followed a similar path before joining the Air Force and later worked for the U.S. Postal Service. Bill was the first person in his family to attend college, earning degrees in both physics and English from Carnegie Mellon University, followed by a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the University of Pittsburgh. Bill talks a little bit about his master's degree in writing, where he did a lot of screenwriting and wrote a novel for his master's thesis, which is not something that you typically hear from people in the nuclear industry. Bill even spent time writing screenplays and had agents pitching his work in Hollywood before committing to nuclear policy. Growing up, Bill thought he would enter into biology, thinking that he would maybe become an ornithologist, working with birds and studying them. Later, he tried research science before realizing that research science was not for him and was very much drawn to policy and strategy in Washington, D.C. During his career, Bill was the longest-serving head of the United States Civil Nuclear Technology Program, serving 2 presidents and 5 Secretary of Energies. Bill served 7 years as the Director of Nuclear Energy with the U.S. Department of Energy, where he was the senior nuclear technology official in the United States. He oversaw the restoration of the Federal Nuclear Technology Program and led the creation of Nuclear Power 2010, Generation 4, and other innovative initiatives, including successful efforts that helped reverse the decline in American nuclear technology education. During his tenure at the OE, Bill was recognized as a strong advocate of international technology cooperation and served as the chairman on both the Generation 4 International Forum and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which he's currently the director for in Paris. Prior to his appointments at the DOE, Bill managed electric utility research and nuclear policy programs at Edison Electric Institute in Washington, D.C. And before that, he was a scientist at Westinghouse Electric Corporation in Pittsburgh. From 2010 to 2014, he served as a commissioner for the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, advocating for the importance of nuclear regulatory independence and the necessity of maintaining strong, credible, and technically sound nuclear regulation in the United States. From 2014 to the present, Bill has worked for the Nuclear Energy Agency. As the Director General, he has been at the forefront of global nuclear collaboration, tackling key issues such as fuel supply, skills development, and international regulation. Listening to Bill Magwood speak, you can tell that one of the challenges that he's trying to tackle is the supply chain. The supply chain limitation is one of the biggest barriers to nuclear expansion. He believes that the industry needs qualified manufacturers and workers who understand the high standards of nuclear construction. Regulatory hurdles are another challenge, especially in countries that lack experience licensing advanced reactors. This is interesting in the context of nuclear regulatory commissions because Bill has worked as the director of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. His take is a little bit different. He says sometimes companies and vendors aren't prepared to go through the regulatory process, which is why it can take a little longer than necessary. Workforce development is another pressing issue Bill is tackling. Many countries wanting to build reactors don't have pipelines of nuclear engineers, welders, and specialized technicians. In addition, another part of the chain is the nuclear fuel supply. It has become a geopolitical issue, with Russia currently dominating uranium enrichment. Bill stresses that governments must step in order to provide market certainty for new enrichment facilities. He argues that while markets are important, nuclear requires strategic government involvement to manage high initial investment risks. A leader in the industry, Bill Magwood believes nuclear must play a central role in meeting climate change goals and ensuring energy security. He sees a mix of large and small reactors as the future, with several technologies serving different energy needs. He also remains optimistic about nuclear energy's future, but stresses that countries must act quickly to build up supply chains and workforce capabilities. If you ever get the chance to listen to Bill Magwood speak in person, I would strongly suggest it. If not, there's a couple of different podcasts and lectures that I'll link in the show notes below. His story is not only one of perseverance and leadership, but what being an industry insider gives you in terms of policymaking perspective. His journey from a Pittsburgh working-class background to being the first person admitted into college in his family to leading global nuclear initiatives demonstrates the impact of curiosity, adaptability, and strategic vision. As we celebrate the merit in Black History Month, his career serves as an inspiration for those looking to enter into and innovate nuclear industry. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Naked Nuclear. I hope you learned a little bit about Bill Magwood and his story and contributions into the nuclear energy industry. Skipping ahead just a little bit, Naked Nuclear has built out our next 5 seasons, and season 4 is going to be talking a little bit more about nuclear policy and diplomacy. So if that's something that interests you, definitely stay tuned for deep dives into the policies shaping nuclear energy for the future. Thanks again for tuning in to Naked Nuclear, and stay tuned with us to listen to more inspiring stories of nuclear pioneers shaping our nuclear energy industry this Black History Month. Stay curious.